Creed! No, not that Creed. Alright. Creed is directed by Ryan Coogler and stars Michael B. Jordan, and reprising his role for the 7th time as Rocky Balboa, Sylvester Stallone. Hey yo, it's Rocky. Alright. Now the basic premise of the story is Michael B. Johnson plays Adonis Johnson, who is actually the son of Apollo Creed, the love child of one of the characters from the first 3 Rocky films. And this is the typical underdog story. You know, he's been in and out of prison, in and out of juvie, until one day Apollo Creed's wife comes and saves him, and he then lives with her. Which is kind of cool to see, regardless of Apollo Creed having an affair with someone else and fathering a child. She puts that all aside and takes on this child and takes on the motherly role. Now, first off, this film does stick to the typical underdog template, the typical boxing / sporting story, but it also breaks those boundaries. Now, in most cases, the main characters are always on the bones in their asses, they're down on their luck. But not in this case. Apollo Creed was a very wealthy man. He left all of his money to his wife when he passed. We all know he passed away during a boxing match. So of course, Adonis is going to have a life of luxury. And I like that. It kind of broke the barrier with the typical underdog story. And we see that Adonis works at an investment company. He gets a promotion, but he knows this isn't what he wants. He wants to box. He wants to be like his old man, but he doesn't want to ride on the family name Creed. He wants to go out and make a name for himself. So he quits his job and goes to track down Rocky Balboa. And we eventually see Rocky take Adonis under his wing and train him, and eventually word gets out that Adonis has Creed blood in him. I would love it if my surname was Creed. Imagine saying that in an epic American accent. I have Creed blood coursing through my veins. As opposed to me, my surname's Stanley and I do it in a bogan Aussie accent.
Oh, I got Stanley blood coursing through me fucking veins, champion.
I just kind of went off on a tangent there. It's very late at night. So like I said, word gets out that he is a Creed, so they then make him fight one of the best boxers in the world who doesn't look like a boxer. He looked like he just stepped out of the fucking pub. I mean, look at this guy. He looks like a dude. And then you look at Michael B. Jordan. That's a boxer. But I can kind of see what they're going for. Michael B. Jordan's character's physicality is very athletic, whilst this guy is just pure brute force. So that's the basic premise, guys. Now, in terms of being a good installment in the Rocky franchise, this has got to be one of my most favorite films of the Rocky saga. I knew going into this film that a lot of people were saying how good it was, but I try to go into movies with an open mind no matter what people say about it. And they were right. This film is so good. It's so gut-wrenching, heartbreaking, emotional. You're on a constant emotional roller coaster throughout this movie. Now, I need to talk about Sylvester Stallone's performance as Rocky Balboa because everyone was praising it. And again, I went into this film with an open mind. I wasn't going to judge anything until I saw the whole thing. And oh my God, Sylvester Stallone has given one of the best performances of his career. And I'm going to be honest, there are a couple of times where I was choking back tears from some of the lines that Stallone had to deliver, because there are some pretty gut-wrenching scenes in this film. There are some moments that cause an actor to give 120% of all their skills. Stallone brought 150% of his skills to this film, which was so good to see because you know Stallone can be goofy at times. He's made some silly choices with films, but this, I wouldn't be surprised if he got an Oscar nod for this. He really killed it and it was so cool to see. Michael B. Jordan does a fantastic job as Adonis Creed. Yes, they eventually call him Adonis Creed. Again, even more epic. I am Adonis Creed. Now, the boxing match scenes were beautifully choreographed, and during the middle of the film, there is one boxing match that is all done in one take. I'm pretty sure it was done in one take, and it goes for so damn long. You think, how the hell did these guys do it? They'd have to hit their mark at the right time at the exact right moment, otherwise the whole shot is screwed up. And it went off without a hitch by the looks of it. It looks brilliant on film, and I kind of prefer longer shots. Which brings me to the cinematography of the film. The cinematographer has chosen a very interesting approach to this. He has gone for a more personal approach. Now, usually that can either make or break a film. You feel like sometimes there's too much invasion of personal space going on, but in this case, There's none. It's just at that point where you feel like you're interacting with these characters on screen. And at the end of the day, that's when you know a director and a DOP have done their job 120%. Now, I'm not going to give anything away in terms of spoilers for the end, but the ending completely caught me off guard. I didn't think that's how it was going to end, and I love that because, again, it's breaking the barrier of the traditional template of an underdog film and a sporting boxing film. And again, just like Stallone's performance, the end had me fighting back tears, so well done, movie, for making me look like a pussy. Guys, overall, I had so much fun with this film. Even though it is very emotional, dramatic, it's still an amazing entry into the Rocky franchise, and I hope I see more of these two characters on screen because Michael B. Jordan and Sylvester Stallone have fantastic chemistry. They're wonderful actors, and Stallone gives one of the best performances of his career, in my opinion. Guys, I'm going to give Creed 5 geeks out of 5. Alright? So guys, if you have seen Creed, please drop a comment below and let me know your thoughts. Was it what you were expecting? Do you think it was better than the previous Rocky films? Again, thank you very much for your continuing support, guys. And until next time, geeks, always remember, God's players do it best. Alright?